after the last few days where I felt that there is nothing left to say, because I was in a deep void, in the absence of everything. The next day that I was feeling like being an old rug thrown everywhere in a washing machine, spinning very fast. Today energy, today feeling is a more grounded one, and I didn't forget the lesson I had to learn, and I didn't forget the process. So today, with this energy, is more grounded energy, is more peacefully. I feel I need to turn inward to look more in details about what's happened recently. And as you may know, I'm in the middle of some big transformation. We can call it shedding the old self, or maybe we can call it spiritual awakening, or just see the truth in his full authenticity, roundness. Anyway, these are just words, are concepts, just to try to convey something. But okay. So the beginning, I would like to return again to the beginning, because more and more this channel, this YouTube channel, who take a form of a vlog, of a spiritual awakening vlog. It was the catalyst for me. It was, well, it feels like it's because I made the last step in creating, in manifesting this YouTube channel. So because I make the last step in the outer reality, I receive a repercussion on the inner reality. So I open the outward channel, and by doing that, I receive the grace of the inner channel opening. Hope it makes sense in some ways. Anyway, for me it's very, very clear. Without the channel, I wouldn't be able to open the inner channel. And that's why I stick with this form, with this channel, even if there are no results in the conventional way of looking at the things. There is no success, but there is no, it's not a play, it's not a theater, I don't sell, I sell anything. I just try to stay with a process that allow me to open the inner speak to my truth, and I stick with the fact I honor this channel to be the catalyst, and my way of honoring is to share. I share because is like the rule of the game of this awakening, at least for now. That's why I share. One day I share the void, one day I share the feeling to be a prince, one day I share just a thought about Zen, that because this is the reality of what I'm going through, and I share the raw reality, unfiltered reality, not because I am how to say, I am good, I'm not. I don't care about my image. I lose the care of my image at the same moment, at the exact moment I open this channel. Because if I care about my image, I wouldn't came here to speak about what I'm speaking now, because it's personal. But I trust this process, and that's why I'm here. So, at the beginning, I was saying I would like to look at this 20 days of awakenings, of see through the veil of the veil, these 20 days of the veil falling down, and the reality is that when you go through this process, you realize that it's not like seeing angels, seeing light, flowers, heaven, or this kind of idyllic templates. Instead, you see the raw reality. You see the dirt in your hands. You see the dirt who cover all your body. You see the dirt in your mouth. And you see the dirt who cover your soul. This is awakening for me, at least for now. So I will speak about that, because if it's happened, then that you see this video and you are going through the same thing and you feel lost, please stay in the process. Don't escape the process. I don't know if it's possible to escape the process. I don't know. Maybe this process is inevitable. Once it's started, it's boom, you're done. You cannot change it. But please allow the process to unfold. Allow the veil to reveal the truth about yourself. Because first of all, you start to see the truth about yourself. You see the lies. You see the compromise. You see the many times the times you were selling the silence of your truth for money or for lust. This is the veil opening. You see that kind of stuff. And this is hard stuff to process. Is a view that shatters completely what you think you are, but at the same time is a liberation. But you need to, how to say, you need to stay grounded. You need to trust the process. You need to trust. You can trust in God if you need to trust in something. You can trust in angel if you need to trust in something. You can trust in divine energy, in energy, life energy. You can trust everything. But trust in something that gives you the chance to stay in the process and embrace the process. Often in motivational video we heard embrace the suck, and yeah, it's something like that. Embrace the suck, embrace the discovery that you going through life, you sell yourself, you submit yourself, you compromise yourself. The self begin, the truth begin like a, how to say, an exchange. I will stay silent so you can love me. I will be docile. No, maybe it's not English, docile. I mean, I will be a little boy, a little gentle boy, a little people pleaser. So I can feel love from you. But actually this is power harassment that you receive. It's deep wound. And then you start put dirt on the wound for impede you to see the wound. But the wound is there, and somewhere you feel it. At some point, at least in my case, the wound was speaking so loud that I cannot longer look away. I need to address the voice who came from the inside. So here I am, and here I share, because I trust that is important. It's the only chance that we as human beings have to help each other. Is sharing, is growing together. This is my hope. And one last discovery, or I don't know the right word, anyway. One last discovery of this night was, again, we use words like God, like devil, demons. I used the same word in the last few days. Light and energy. So we use our way of communication is mainly through words, okay? And it's okay, this is one level. But when we try to enter, to switch in the realm of the unknown, unseen, we start using terms like God, for example, because that word implies a mystery, but a mystery supported by an I don't know how to say. I cannot explain, but I will try to wrap the concept. Don't be fooled by the words, because the words are limiting. The words are limiting the reality. So, by speaking of demons, you put a name on the fact that you perceive some energy, low vibrational energy, but because you have no way of really define this, you use the word demons because is in the is in the vocabulary of the humanity for describing that kind of stuff. So we use that word, but that word, the moment that we speak of that word, we define that things, we start to create separation between us and that energy. So we create separation from us and God, separation from us and the devil, from us and anything, actually. We create duality. But in my recent feeling, recent understanding, is that by stepping a little bit back from the need of define, the thing became just a thing that you can observe without color, without judgment, because the moment you put demons, there is a judgment who came with the word. So you see that energy through a separation filter and through a judgment filter. But in reality, you can just look at this manifestation of energy who maybe is different from your energy. And by just looking at, you're just an observer. You don't enter the game of fighting with the demons. You just look. You just are silent observer. So it's like you are outside the battlefield. And by doing that, the battlefield cannot touch you. And you have all the time, all the freedom to just understand what it means to see that kind of dynamics, energies. Thank you to stay with me if you have the courage to stay with me till now. And I think we will continue this conversation, and hope that it will be helpful sometimes, somewhere, for someone. Thank you very much.